Hi, kids. Today, let's hear the classic story of the Ugly Duckling and his amazing journey. At a small pond, Mother Duck was sitting on her nest, eagerly waiting for her 7 eggs to hatch into beautiful ducklings. One morning, 6 eggs hatched. The adorable ducklings chirped happily and followed Mother Duck. But the largest egg hadn't hatched yet. Mother Duck grew worried, but decided to wait patiently. Finally, the egg cracked open, and out came a big duckling with grayish feathers. The other ducklings saw it and started laughing, calling it the Ugly Duckling. The Ugly Duckling felt insecure because of its gray feathers, so different from the others. Mother Duck led her ducklings to the pond. The Ugly Duckling walked slowly at the back, feeling left out. Even though it was a good swimmer, the Ugly Duckling was teased by its siblings. "Look at it, so ugly," they said. Mother Duck tried to comfort the Ugly Duckling, but it still felt sad about being different. One day, a hunter appeared. Mother Duck quickly led her ducklings to safety, but she was caught. The ducklings were scared and confused. The Ugly Duckling watched helplessly as Mother Duck was taken away. Over the following days, no one wanted to play with it. The Ugly Duckling decided to leave home and find a place where it belonged. It asked a cat in the meadow, "Have you seen anyone like me?" The cat replied, "I've never seen a creature like you." The Ugly Duckling met a hen and asked, "Have you seen anyone like me?" The hen replied, "I've never seen anyone as ugly as you." At a large lake, it saw a flock of white birds flying by. "They're so beautiful. I wish I could be like them," it thought. Winter came. The Ugly Duckling played in the snow, but had to find food on its own to survive. One day, a kind farmer saw the Ugly Duckling shivering and brought it home to care for. At the farmer's house, the Ugly Duckling was fed and kept warm. It felt safe and cared for. When spring arrived, the Ugly Duckling felt the warmth of the sun. It curiously stepped outside. It reached a crystal-clear lake. As it looked down, it saw its reflection in the water. Instead of an ugly duckling, it saw a beautiful swan. "Is that me?" it thought. A flock of swans landed nearby. "You look like us. Come join our flock," they called. The Ugly Duckling was surprised. It wasn't an ugly duckling, it was a swan. With the swans, it learned to fly. Though nervous at first, it quickly fit in. Flying high in the blue sky, it felt free and happy. At last, it had found its family. A young swan asked, "Where have you been all this time?" It shared its story of loneliness and challenges before finding the swans. The swans reassured it, "You're not alone anymore. We're your family now." The young swan smiled, realizing that all its hardships had led it to find itself. The flock soared high, heading toward the radiant sunset. The young swan was one with them. Looking down at the lake, the swan remembered its lonely days. But now, everything was different. The journey of the Ugly Duckling had ended. It had found its family and would live happily ever after. Thanks for listening, kids. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more magical stories.